All right, welcome. We're going to talk about cloud. This is Cloud Management Module 4. We're going to talk about identity and networking in this particular module, which, as you recall, I moved out a little bit, delayed it so we could get some folks caught up on homework 2. Okay. So the way that we're going to do this unit is a little different than the rest. So Amazon Educate, AWS Educate doesn't have IAM in full feature mode, so we can't really do much with the identity management solution there. And because some of you are moving forward with Amazon and some of you are moving forward with Google, what we're going to do is for homework 3, we're going to use third-party software for identity management that isn't specific to one of those two platforms. Okay, but we don't need that for module 4 because that's for homework 3, which you'll do in module 5. So, and module 6 as well. So for module 4, I'm just going to talk a little bit about identity management and networking, but there's no actual activities that you need to do for module 4. Okay, so what you do need to do, however, is you need to read the materials that I provided and watch the videos. So you at least have an understanding of what identity and networking are. So there is a very brief learning resource out there on identity and networking that you should take a look at. There is a Journey to Cloud networking blog from AWS, which talks about the journey to cloud networking. There is a introduction to Amazon VPC or Virtual Private Cloud. There's a Getting Started with AWS VPC. Again, you don't have to actually do anything. I want you to read through the material, okay? And then there's the GCP VPC documentation that you should review as well. There is the AWS Getting Started with Identity and Access Management, or IAM. There's a Getting Started with GCP IAM documentation that you need to take a look at. And then lastly, in the readings, there is what is HashiCorp Vault, which is what we'll actually be using for homework number 3. Then for required videos, there are a number of very, very, very brief videos here, okay, on a variety of topics related to this unit. You should watch all of them. The first 2 are intros to IAM on AWS and GCP. Okay. Then we go into Getting Started with GCP IAM. You can take a look at that. You can then watch the Managing Access Controls in GCP IAM. Again, these are very short videos. Then there's a video about best practices for GCP IAM. If you want, you're welcome to explore using IAM on Google, but you will not be able to do that in AWS. Then there's a video about Auth0. And then the last 2 videos are Vault. There's about a 16, 17-minute long video about Vault that introduces it. And then the last video that you need to watch is on Okta, which is another type of authentication used in the cloud, okay? And then what you should do is, if you struggle with homework 2, you should watch the Q&A session from the 21st, because that's where I walk through homework 2. So if you're still struggling with homework 2, watch the video and follow along with that video, okay? Now, there are a lot of optional videos and readings if you're very interested in this topic, but these are much longer. So we're talking a 33-minute long video on GCP Cloud IAM, a 50-minute video on GCP VPC, an hour-long talk on authentication and authorization, and then 2 80 to 90-minute talks, both on HashiCorp Vault. And then there's an optional activity if you're interested in exploring a little bit more on your own. You're very comfortable with the command line at this point, and you've set up your VM and you're comfortable with that. Then there's a tutorial on Kubernetes to set up a web load balancer, okay? Totally optional, but if it's something you want to explore, you can do so, okay? So that's what Module 4 is all about. You're mostly going to watch vendor videos and do readings. The next video will be on Module 5, which is when we start talking about cloud architecture. Okay, so go ahead and review these resources if you haven't already, and then come prepared to talk through Module 5, which is where we do the cloud architecture, and it's also where you start working on homework 3. Okay. Now, also one final reminder is for homework 3, on Monday, September 28th, during my evening Q&A session, I will be actually walking through homework 3 step by step. Okay. So if you aren't sure what to do with homework 3, it's okay. Show up to the Q&A or watch the recording afterwards, and you should be in a very good position to complete the work. Okay.